On everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Lady Nyca, and with another edition of the Real World Now with none other than me, child. Now, I don't have a whole lot of topics I want to discuss, so I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. Now, y'all know Halloween is that time of the year where crazies really come out, right? They come out to play, child. And I found this one story in, I think it's pronounced Chillicothe, Ohio. There was a woman body hanging over a fence next to a nearby power plant. And due to the fact it's Halloween, y'all, everybody assumed it was a dummy. Well, apparently a neighbor by the name of Tammy Dixon, she glanced over at the fence again on this past Tuesday, and she realized the prop that they thought was just a prop for Halloween was actually a body. The lady described what she saw as something straight out of horror film, y'all. She said that, let me see. The body, well, we later found out as I was reading the article that the body was of a 31-year-old woman named Rebecca Cade, who police found out was trying to escape her killer by hopping the fence. Unfortunately, her sleeve got caught in the barbed wire, and let me see. She got caught in that barbed wire, and he was able to, apprehend her. And the cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head and neck. Now, they reporting that 4 other women from that area, namely 2 from that same city, has gone missing since May of last year. So a lot of the people are saying that, that could possibly be a serial killer. But I was thinking to myself, what kind of motherfucker would take a body and just leave a bitch hanging up there like that? Child, you got to really be demented to I'm telling you something. People say, "Well, I kill you real quick," but when you think about it, you got to be a pretty demented motherfucker to want to do some shit like that, child. Oh, but that whole community now is at a standstill because they don't know what to believe or none of that, child. They found the rock near the crime scene that the man used to bust across the head. That's how they know she had blunt trauma forced to her and stuff like that. But child, that's some shit. Be careful of these pranks and things you think are pranks around this time of year, because it's some demented people out here and they do some weird shit. I just had to talk about that because I thought that was crazy. This woman that hung up here for I don't know how many days. I mean, and it took someone to just really look at it to realize that it was a dead body. I just can't imagine that I just can't. We all know that, Tuesday this week, Lamar Odom was rushed to a hospital unconscious. He had been over at some brothel in Nevada, and they found him unresponsive. And when the 911 call, which I'm understanding is actually on the YouTube, I guess you have to type that in to find out. I don't want to hear that because that's just sad, but they found him. They tried to airlift him to another hospital that could better serve him, and because of his size, they weren't able to do it. So I guess they tried to, work on him as best they could until they got him to the trauma center, because he's there now. And most of the week we were hearing that things were not looking good for Lamar. That he had 4 organs that was failing on him, and he wasn't showing any signs of improvement. Well, on Friday, I did find out, I read an article saying that his heart was responding. And, your heart is one of your main vessels in your body. So it was, trying to respond. So hopefully he'll come out of it. But y'all, what's really, let's kick it for a minute. Lamar Odom been in trouble for a long damn time. Okay? And it's just ironic that in the midst of him battling for his life, people are constantly wanting to bring up these Kardashians. Now, okay, don't get me wrong. Since I found out that Khloe's still his wife, then yeah, I understand her being there. I don't really understand what the fuck Kim and Chris doing there. I don't really trust Chris, because Chris is all about advancement of her family. She got a mastermind when it comes to business, and I'm not saying that she's not there because she genuinely cares, but y'all know damn well they didn't all just get along with them 2 anyway. I think he was more closer to his her brother Rob. They all lived in the same house together. Shit, I almost dropped my drink. But yeah, I think that's really sad. You know, you got everybody trying to say, now, just a couple weeks ago, people had nothing but negative things to say about this man. Now, all of a sudden, let's pray for Lamar. My thing is, why we weren't praying for him when he was in the midst of his storm, when we saw that this man was visibly broken and depressed. He comes from a family of addiction and everything else. He lost a child when the child was 6 months old to SIDS. Him and Chloe's relationship was on the ends. Why we weren't concerned about him then? Why now when it's the 11th hour and he's in his, he's laying on what we thought to be his deathbed, everybody wants to start having something to say. And I didn't really, I saw the article where Master P had said that, it was a lot of fake and phoniness going on and people wasn't really here for that. But if you really want to know the truth, that he was kind of right, because I don't know how close he is with him, because he said he's been knowing him for over 15 years. But he said that just like, with his, I guess with his brother, because we all know Master P got a brother named C Murder, and he's doing life here in Louisiana for a murder and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I guess he was saying, like, he tried to reach out to Lamar in the past, but when a person has an addiction, that addiction is stronger than any type of love, any lessons, any prayers. I mean, addiction is a horrible thing. And this man has clearly been broken for a long time. He just lost some friends. I think his best friend died of an overdose. And now here we are with this. And I'm not saying that Lamar tried to put himself in this situation, but I just wonder, could more have been done for him? Instead of all of the news outlets making jokes about him and want to talk about all the negative things that surrounded his life, putting him on that, putting him on blast and stuff time and time again. Was it more that we could have done as people to try to help him? The news people and these celebrities is quick to jump to the, when the spotlight, because we got Reverend Jesse Jackson that went there to Nevada to see him. And my thing is, have you tried to counsel with Lamar prior to that? Because if you didn't, to me, it's all for shit. It's all for shits and giggles and attention, for real. I hope that this man is able to pull through. I don't know how well he will function after that, but I'm praying that he is able to function better. And maybe this will be, sometimes God will let a damn near tragedy happen to you to garner your attention and make you understand that a change need to come about at some point. Lamar been hurt for a long time. And I'm just hoping that if he come past this, what he going through right now, that he gets that attention. I mean, he gets that help that he needs. Somebody needs to reach out to this young man. I ain't saying, I don't know if people have or not, but I noticed that a lot of people now are talking about let's pray for him, and everybody want to blame the Kardashians. Now, I'm not a Kardashian fan at all. The bitches are simple to me. I really don't see what makes them what they are. But I'm not going to blame Lamar's issues on the Kardashian family. I don't think it helped to be affiliated with them people, but I don't think that it was the catalyst that drove him to the edge. I don't think that. Lamar had issues way back. And it's sad that now that he lays on what could possibly be his deathbed, you got people that only remember what he did with, filming that, keeping up with the Kardashians or whatever the fuck it is that they got. I ain't never looked at the shit. I don't understand that. What about his accomplishments as a NBA player? Lamar was at the top of his game for a long while. And I'm seeing him being called a reality star when it was so much more to Lamar Odom than him being just a reality star. First of all, he was a human being who came from a family of addiction. I think his mother died when he was young. His daddy was addicted to heroin for I don't know how many years. He got 2 kids by another chick that he was with. The third child passed away when he was 6 months old from SIDS. The boy has lived through seeing 2 of his best friends die tragically to overdoses and stuff. I just, it just kills me how the same people that condemn him now want to pray for him. I hope he gets a second chance. I really hope that this is his second chance at life, and that, you know, he's able to do better. You know, make his life count, because he got children. Nobody wants to, and child, spend that $75,000 you spend with them whores over there with your children. I'm not saying he don't take care of his kids, because hell, I don't know. I don't follow these people like that. I do me and let them do them. I just report the news. I don't make the shit at all. Okay? Well, I just ask that everybody continue to pray for Lamar, because I don't want to see that man pass away. He got kids, and as a child of a parent, you know, I'm a child of a parent that died, and I know how devastating that can be. Now, it was my mother, and it could very well be these kids' dad. Lord, just bless him. Give him another chance. But I say, Lord, let your will be done, whatever it is. If it's not for the best, he don't come out of it, then I pray for peace and comfort for his children and the people that loved him for real and that was really there for him. All these people that's showing up and talking and want to make it seem like they so behind him, suck a dog dick. Y'all, I was reading down over there in the shade room, and they say, Ray J got into a mess a couple of days ago, child. In the wee hours of the morning, him and a bunch of his people decide they gonna roll on over to something called Kitchen 24 in Hollywood, and everything was good. They had themselves a wang dang and a doodle of a time, according to what the article says. But Ray J had a problem when that check came. Now, apparently, he was saying that the waitress didn't give him his receipt. I don't hardly believe that shit. I think he didn't want to pay his tab. And according to the server, he refused to give him the money. So the manager took Ray J keys to his Benz as hostage, and they wound up having to call the police to kind of sort the beef out. So Ray J decided he gonna call a tow truck, and when the tow truck came, another call was made to the police. You're not getting this car. This is a developing story. I gotta check back in on it to see what the resolution was. But child, apparently this shit happened. I think this shit happened Friday morning. It's a damn shame. All the money that Ray J done made in his life, you and your crewnies decide y'all gonna go out to this restaurant, and y'all had a great time there, ate up shit, drunk up shit, but now y'all want to act a fool and not pay your tab. What is it with these celebrities not wanting to pay their way? Child, everybody don't give a fuck about big money. That's the bottom line. Ain't nobody gonna, just cause you a so-called, C, maybe D, we gonna give you C. We're going to say C. We're going to say you're a C-list celebrity. Don't mean that them people don't want their coins, child. Just because you came in there at 6 a.m. in the morning don't mean them folks don't want to get paid. Ain't nobody comping you. You ain't really no celebrity. Your sister here. Child, I'll let y'all know what I find out about this, because the Shade Room said it was a developing story. Next thing we're going to talk about is this University of D.C. student racially profiled at the ATM, and his friends videotaped it, and it went viral. According to what I read, 18-year-old Jason Goolsby was standing outside of a Citibank with two friends in D.C. when the session ended abruptly and canceled. Well, he was lingering around trying to decide whether or not he needed to try to withdraw money again, okay? Well, apparently in comes Miss White Woman with her pushing a baby stroller, and he opened the door for the woman. But next thing you know, while him and his friends are standing out there, here comes DC police. Now, this is the part I was kind of confused about. Did they say something as they was approaching that made him run? Because he did run, but he ran somewhere called Barracks something. Now, let me see, y'all. I want to give y'all a story, child. The woman supposedly didn't say nothing to him. So when police was coming toward him, he ran, and they caught up with him in something called Barracks Road and began, throwing him down, putting their weights into his back, and he was screaming out in agony as the officers was twisting, trying to pin his arm behind his back as if he had done something horrible with his hands. Now, according to the article, the friends were videotaping that, and it's supposed to be online somewhere. I haven't found it, y'all. I saw a piece of it, and what I saw was as the friends was taping it, the police gonna tell them to stop taping it. And I guess they kept doing it. You could see the police walking up to his friends aggressively, and then the camera shuts off. Now, I'm understanding that there's also footage of them actually throwing him down and pinning him and you know, doing him all kinds of wrong. And apparently it reached out to, you know, Roland Martin and Gabrielle Union, and somebody named John Swan all took to Twitter to voice their disdain for this act by the DCPD. Apparently there's a okay, yeah. That's what I saw. I saw the video where it cuts off after you see one of the officers say to one of the guys, one of his friends that's taping, cut that off, you know. And apparently the boy kept doing it, and you could see them advancing toward him, trying to kind of aggressively, in the film just shuts off. My thing is, how long we gonna keep doing this? How long are we going to continue to do shit like this? Child, it ain't no justice in this world. It seemed like it. Police seem to be getting worse. And we're starting to find out, because of this modern technology that everybody wanted so bad, that it ain't always what it cracked up to be. Apparently, because more and more of these police officers' misuse of their authority is being filmed. Now, I don't understand what he could have done. He was obviously had some money in the bank. He stood there with his two white friends. They didn't get attacked, but when the police got to him, they wanted to handle him all kinds of bad. Now, like I said, I don't know why that boy ran, because unless they was coming up to him the way they was coming toward his friend, it might have scared him. Nowadays, you never know. It's been so much done to these young black men at the hand of the police. You never know what the fuck made him feel like he had to take off running. Do I think that you should run? No, I don't. I tell my sons that all the time, you know. Well, I tell my son, the one that's here, I tell him all the time, if they act, just try to comply with their wishes, you know, and hopefully everything will work out. And so far, so good. You know, I haven't had that situation that people like Trayvon Martin, well, they ain't gonna say Trayvon, Mike Brown and people like that. You know, we ain't had that kind of injustice happen in my family, and I just thank God for that. It's just sad to me that here it is, 2015, with everything that done went on, we still going through these situations where these cops are misusing their authority. If you on a power trip, you should not be carrying a badge. That's just like letting a crazy motherfucker have assault rifles. Y'all don't want that. So why don't you do something about these damn police officers that's out here misusing their authority on people? Because not for nothing, everybody ain't wrong. And we've had too many cases where the authorities have, you know, have used excessive force against people for no apparent reason. I don't get that. I just don't get that. Did y'all see how Ann Coulter... Now, I don't like no Ann Coulter. I'll be the first one to tell y'all I am not for that Republican backwood ass thinking bitch. But I was here for her when she got Raven together. Raven gonna tell her about... Her mother told her about what she should say. You know, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then you shouldn't say nothing at all. And Ann read her ass for the comment she made about discriminating against people because of their name. Now, Ann was talking about policies. This bitch was just running her damn mouth. You know, what the View allowed her to do, what they put her up there to do, basically, which is make a damn fool out of herself and get her ass ate up on Twitter, because they still ain't quite through with the cockatoo-looking bitch yet, okay? Learn what to say and what not to say. It's just something... Child, when you get read by a wealthy piece of fish like fucking Ann, you know something wrong. Okay? And the only reason why Raven didn't run her mouth back is because that bitch seen that she worshiped white folks, apparently. And she felt like this woman here, this little wealthy piece of fish might, you know, fuck me up some kind of way. So she backed down. But I bet you if there had been a black woman sitting on that stage, she'd have argued back. It's a damn shame, Raven. You gotta do better, child. We gotta do a whole lot better. I just say it. This girl stay saying things that prove that she don't want to be a part of the culture. And child, I remember I read on Twitter they was trying to sell off to the white folks, and the white folks ain't want. I holler. Who the hell want to have somebody in they, you know, in their group like that? I don't even know why the hell she on the View, to be honest with you, because Yeah, she does say a lot of controversial things, but at some point, where do we draw the line on the things that she's allowed to be, allowed to say on this show against her own kind? I'd be all right if she was doing it across the board, but the bitch always got a problem with the black people. And we the ones that put you on, bitch. We the ones that put you on. We thought you was cute when you was Olivia. And as you grew up, you just got more and more ridiculous. And now, your daddy say you always saying stupid shit. Girl, you need to watch what you say. Because I know it gave you, we ain't kill you. We ain't kill you with what went on YouTube and on Twitter. But your ass, you ought to feel some kind of way when that many people are attacking you. And you had to have felt some kind of way because your PR people came out and issued an apology. It wouldn't come from you, bitch. That came from people saying, well, maybe you need to smooth it over. I know how that shit go. I don't get that shit either, y'all. I don't get that shit either. But anyway, that was pretty much all the fuck I felt like. Oh, yeah, I got one more thing I want to say. Let me say this here, and this ain't to no particular person, so don't nobody feel like I'm talking to you, but hit dogs or holler. I want to say this. As YouTubers, it is incumbent of us to come on here and we present what we consider our best work to you. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. But once you start getting a following, you should be, careful of what you put out. Yes, I cuss and all that shit, but I try not to put out anything that's negative or something that could come back to bite me in the long run. I'm not the best person in the world. I've made a series of mistakes since I've been on YouTube. Sometimes I joined alliances that maybe I should not have joined. And all of that has got me to the point where my circle is small now and I stay out of shit. But what I do notice on YouTube, that it is a lot of people that talk out of both sides of their damn mouth. You'll never see that from me. First of all, I'm going to speak about what I want to on my platform, and I'm going to try to always protect my brand that I'm building over here. I'm trying my best not to give you no bullshit. Except for on the, these reality shows, like, yeah, I kiki with y'all and shit about that. But I want to give you the best of me. And in doing so, I'm careful of what I say and how I say. And one thing I'm not about over here is any kind of mess, child. I don't want to be in no YouTube mess, so I keep my circle small as it is. I have a very small circle of YouTubers that I consider friends because I don't like drama of no kind. I don't like that. I feel like if you care about your brand, if being messy or saying ugly things to people or trying to slick shade folks is what you do, then that's fine. Do what you got to do to be the best person you want to be on YouTube. But Nyca not doing that. I'm not going to slick shade nobody. I don't have nothing to say. When I come on here, I tell y'all about stories that relate to my life. I talk about these shows. Hopefully one day I'll get into the point, I give advice, because a lot of y'all hit me up and trust me, being an older woman with a whole lot of experience. And with that experience came some wisdom. I try to give y'all that the best way I know how. But it's just disheartening when you see people always saying some fucked up shit and they think that that's okay. Hey, everybody run their platform different, honey. Everybody run their platform different. It just ain't gonna happen over here on Lady Nyca channel. I'm not gonna indulge in the bullshit. I'm not gonna give you no rebuttals on nothing or none of that. Take me as I am or leave my ass sitting right over here by myself, because I don't have no problem with it. The Lord bless this channel. He be blessing me, and I'm going to continue to do me to the best of my ability. And if someone got a problem with me, then that's a problem you need to take up with yourself and the Lord, because I don't give two fucks about it, okay? That's how I roll over here. Last thing I want to talk about is I want to tell y'all something, y'all. Parents that got kids that are adults. Now, we love them. We nurture them. We give them the best that we know how. Being a parent didn't come with no damn manual. When I started having babies, when each birth, Even when it was the two births at one time. Honey, ain't nobody, when they popped out my ass a manual on how to be the best that I could be, did not come with that. So this is a hit and miss thing. But when you know in your heart that you done been the best mom that you know how to be, you done prayed for your child, you done taught your child, and you done did everything you can. You gotta know how, when they decide they grown and they want to move forward, how to let that shit go. You don't owe your children your life. You don't. Now, I always say being a parent is a full-time job, and trust and believe it sure is, and the shit don't end when they turn 18. Trust and believe. I got 3 of them past the age 18, and being a parent to them still didn't stop. I still have shit. It modifies. That's what it does. They got their own personalities. What you gave them is all you can do. When they want to run off and care out and act a fool and go to jail and all of that shit, y'all, I'm living witness to that shit. Because let me tell you what, y'all know I come down here a broken ass bitch. But you see me got better. You know why? Because I began to accept what my son chose to do. Now, y'all ain't seen a video from me in months talking about it. You know why? Because I decided to choose me this time. I'm not going to sit here knowing I got health issues and have no fucking heart attack, no another stroke. Because I've had both of them, heart attack and a stroke, and everything still worked fine on me. I'm a living testimony, baby. And if heart attacks, strokes, and lupus ain't killed me, I'd be goddamn if I stress out behind, even up to and including my own. I'm not gonna do that. Take your power back. All you can do is pray for your child. But your child gonna do what they want to do. And why would you let them put you in a hospital or possibly a grave behind worrying about what they fucking doing, when at the end of the day, guess what they gonna be having that you don't have no more? Life. You can't make adult kids do shit. All you can do is just pray for them and try to guide them. But when they decide they don't want to listen to you no more, you do this thing called let go and let go. Because it ain't nothing you can do. Grown folks gonna do what they want to. Just like grown folks in your life, on your jobs and stuff, they gonna do what they want to do. Children gonna do what the fuck. Adult children will do what the fuck they want to do. Sometimes they stray completely away from everything that you taught them. And it hurts. Yes, Lord, it hurt. But you got to pray for peace for you. And just ask the Lord to keep them covered in his blood. And keep living. I ain't finna let not one of my 4 kids kill me. Not one. Do you hear me? Not one. Take me out the game. If I go, it's going to be behind some shit dealing with myself, something that it ain't going to be because I stressed out up in my house over my child. Hell to the no. That's why I haven't given y'all no more of them court date updates. And now, here's your update. The nigga will be home on November the 6th. I'm glad he coming home. I got, my friend Sean has told me, Nyca, I'll take him under my wings. I'll talk to him, and try to help him out, because not for none of my kids got paycheck daddy. That's what he is, He feel like long as he write a check, that everything else should fall into place. And sometimes it's just a little bit more that needs to be done. If paychecks was all it take to get the motherfuckers to do right, they would have been all right, because I ain't hurting. I ain't rich, but the Lord has been good to me, and he's held me up over these years, and he keeps us with what we need and some of what we want. So I cannot complain. But what I don't want nobody to do is to sit up and let your adult children drive you to the brink of insanity. That's insane, honey. Let their ass go crazy. What you do, you go up in that prayer closet and you give it to God. Now, see, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times we give it to God and we still be trying to hold on to it. And I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. And this is what I know, not what some motherfucker told me. When you give it to God, you got to leave it there. See, he can't do nothing with it long as you got your fingerprints on it. You know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing with that situation long as you got your mind over there. You have to trust and believe. That's where that faith come in. And the beauty of it all is he don't ask you for nothing but a little bit. Now, I know I might be going off on a tangent right now. And some folks don't like, this right here. So you go and click off, because I'm through talking about trending topics. I'm on some more shit now. So if this bothers you, go and click the fuck off my channel. And don't leave nothing down in them comments that's going to piss me off. Because if you come at me crazy, I will read your ass to the afterlife, and I don't have a problem doing that. I'm talking to the people that want to hear this. Somebody need this in their spirit today. Let that shit go. Pray. And put that on his doorstep. And walk the fuck on off. Like you put mail in the mailbox and walk off. Put that stamp. Put that stamp on that bitch with, the stamp is in your, the stamp is amen, really. The stamp is, Lord, I'm leaving this here with you. And I'm trusting you to see me through this. Then you throw that shit in that mailbox and get on. Get on to something else in your life. Move forward. Don't never let nobody, including your children, stall your life out like that. I'm not going to do it, honey. My son is going to come home with a couple of options. And if he don't take none of them, I'm going to be still on this motherfucker doing me. And I'm going to let his ass fall to the wayside till he decide he want to get right. Because what he ain't going to do is damn near, baby, I may be cracked, but I'm never broken. And I ain't finna let nobody break me. Nobody. Okay? What you see is what you fucking get from me. Am I a perfect hoe? Hell no. But I'm a strong one. And I'm not going to let nobody, up to and including my family, tear me down. I'm just not going to give you that much of me. I don't owe you ass that. I don't owe nobody that. I'm going to live my life to the fullest. And I'm going to pray about every damn thing else. And if y'all need me, y'all know how to contact me. I don't mind talking to nobody. Now, I can't solve the world problems, and I ain't always got a solution to yours. But I can tell you as best I can. Because trust and believe, sitting before you right now is a whole lot of fucking experience. And with experience came wisdom. I don't have no problem with nobody reaching out to me saying, Lady Nyca, look, this is going on in my life. And I don't discuss that with nobody. I don't discuss what y'all talk to me about with no damn body, because that's a part of building my brand. And I ain't screwing my brand up for nobody. That's why I roll solo dolo over on this bitch. I don't need no guest star. I don't need shit. All I need is a camera on my cell phone and some decent lighting. And I'm going to do what I do. And with that being said, in the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll put my email down in the description box. I'll see you guys next week for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm damn sure going to try to do the same and get the rest of this cold up out this chest area so I could do what the fuck I got to do next week. Holla, y'all. Peace.